An Gully Ride.
Hill and Gully Ride, and we've been talking with a group of people from England who have roots in Jamaica. These roots have been largely kept alive by Ruby McFarlane, who spent many years in England, keeping 2 or 3 generations of her family together in a multi-story house in London. We've been talking with some of these people who have gathered together at License in St. Thomas, where Miss Ruby is celebrating her centenary. Have a feeling of heritage and identity, yeah?
Yes, because I mean, down to things like Saturday's soup day, Friday's fish day, Sundays is rice and peas day. That's Jamaican culture right through. Yeah. But that's what we grew up with in England.
Yes.
That's what Miss Ruby made sure that it was instilled in all of us. We all got our Jamaican identity, our roots. Even though we're born in England. Yeah, we go about the streets. We're not just representing England in our attitudes and in the way that we conduct ourselves, but we're also representing Jamaica because we're proud of it because of our parents and because of our grandparents and because what they instilled in us and their values and virtues has carried us through. We've instilled it into our children. A lot of the children that I work with never had that. That is a privilege that money can't buy. The way she ran the house was all about family, and that's what she modelled to us. That's what we model to our children, so they know what the concept of family is.
You try to have meals together, for instance?
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, even now we were talking before we came to Jamaica that when we go back, we're gonna one of our cousins who couldn't make it. She's gonna give us a date. And we've already said that the women them are going to cook and the men them are going to provide the beverages, and we're going to have a barbecue at our home just so that we can all be together and the children them can all be together and we represent what family means.
Yes.
Yeah, because we're not just here because we've got a grandmother that is 100. We've got a grandmother that we know her personally. We know her when she had energy and when she commanded respect, and you know, just by entering the room, you know, we know her from those sort of things.
Yes.
You're supposed to have a healthy fear for somebody, yes. But we had a healthy fear for her.
Just her presence.
Yes. Yes. So we know her, you know, and we feel all the things that she wanted, that she instilled in us, in our aunties and uncles, and that they passed on to us. We passed them on to our children.
Yes.
As I keep saying, it came from Miss Ruby.
Her son Cato wants to say something.
Cato.
Plato.
Right.
Plato was a Greek who was born in Athens before the time of Christ. He was a philosopher and mathematician. Plato was the founder of the Academy in Athens, the first institution of higher learning in the Western world.
I don't know much about my mother, but he go away when I was very small.
Yes.
The time I know when he come back to spend holiday.
Where she went to?
UK.
Yeah? And she didn't take you with her?
No. I was here. So when he come back, only when he come back we have the little time together. And
did you miss her?
Yeah. Yeah.
So tell me, when you were glad to see her when she came back?
Every time she come back, we was glad to see her.
She would bring things?
Bring things for us, for me, and we have time, and she go back and she would write us. But that time it wasn't much phone call. It was letter.
So she'd write to you. You keep the letters?
Yeah, well, we decided we keep them until she returned back. So I destroyed enough of them now.
Oh my! Why you do that?
No, you know, moving on with a lot of stuff, and you don't have any way to hold to keep them.
No.
Storage them.
You have to be very careful what you throw away because a lot of your heritage would be in those letters, you know. The things she would write to you, I suppose.
I'm Carey McFarlane, Plato's grandson. He told me the story of when my great-grandmother, Mrs Ruby, she had to go, she didn't have a lot of money to maintain all her children, so some had to stay behind.
How many she had? How many children she had?
8.
Yeah.
8. So when she went away, she had to leave some behind?
Yeah.
Yeah, tell me what happened.
Just 2.
Just 2? Okay, yeah.
But as far as I've been told, she ensured that she kept contact with them as much as she could. She left him with his grandmother. It was hard for him to you know, you didn't have that motherly support
Yes.
that you get from your mother, right? So he had to pick himself up, you know. Well, he still made it in life despite all the hardships.
So what you do with yourself now?
Well, I'm a builder.
Oh, you're a builder too?
Yeah,
Here in Jamaica?
yeah. Living in Albion, St. Thomas.
Albion?
I'm Alex Wynter, son of Mark Wynter, and I'm here today to the day before the 100th celebration.
Yeah. One type of local speech in London is called Cockney. A great-grandson of Miss Ruby volunteered to speak some Cockney for us. What are you going to say to me in Cockney now?
All right, mate. You're gonna go up the apple and pears to get a monkey.
The apple and pear is a tavern?
It's a set of stairs.
Oh, what?
And it's a set of stairs.
Upstairs?
Yes. And a monkey is £500.
All right, say it again for me now.
All right, mate. Are you gonna go up the apple and pears to get a monkey?
Upstairs to get the monkey? Yeah. Anybody keep monkeys in London, no? Eh?
I don't think so.
You're going to school still, eh?
Yes.
What you hope to study?
Probably sports or...
How old are you now?
I'm 11.
11? You want to play cricket or football, or you want to run?
I want to do football.
Football. You feel good about your your great-grandmother?
Yes.
My name is spelled D-A-N-E, and I'm Dame McFarlane, the daughter of George McFarlane. So Ruby is my grandma.
Okay. So how old are you now?
I'm actually 37. My grandma, I know that she loves ice cream, and I follow in her footsteps. More than dinner, rum and raisin ice cream is her favourite.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
And it didn't bother her all these years? I mean, she lived to be 100 even though she eat a lot of ice cream?
Oh, no, I think that's what's kept her going. I'm a primary school teacher back home in England. So, yeah. I teach children from 5 up to 11.
Yes. Very critical period there because that's when the brain is really growing, eh?
Yes, so I do try to inspire them. So, yeah.
How you try to do that?
By motivating them, being down to their level, and just encouraging them, giving them lots of positivity.
Yes.
You are watching An Gully Ride, brought to you by the Media Technology Institute, training the best.
The CPTC celebrates Jamaica 53 proud and free with Olive and Miss Lou Jamaica Folk Icons DVD gift set. Hear the stories of the life and work of Olive Lewin and visit with Miss Lou her life, portraits and performances. Get this cultural duo DVD gift set for your family and friends. Available at the CPTC and all JCDC parish offices island-wide. See the press for details.
You are watching An Gully Ride, brought to you by the Media Technology Institute, training the best.
You're watching Hill and Gully Ride. One of Miss Ruby's granddaughters teaches at a primary school, children from 5 to 11. One way in which she tries to motivate them is by singing to them.
I sing a lot to them just to inspire them, because a lot of them want to do singing, a lot of them want to do sports, so I just inspire them and tell them if that's what they want to do, as long as they've got the education behind them, then that's the way forward.
Yes. So sing one of the songs for me.
Okay. If you wanna be somebody, if you wanna go somewhere, you better wake up and pay attention and get an education. The time is here for you, so wake up and pay attention. So I do a lot of that.
That's nice. I would like to be in your class. And most of them are West Indians, Caribbean people, or you also have some English kids?
Oh, we have a lot of English kids, a lot of Asian kids, a lot of Eastern European, a lot of variety.
Yes. Where the Asian kids come from?
Pakistan, India, yeah, a lot. So
Okay.
we teach Christianity, we teach Judaism, we teach Hinduism, so a large variety.
And the children participate?
Yes, yeah.
And there's no thing between them because you're a Hindu and I'm a...
There is in the beginning, but we say we're all one community, we need to be respectful of each other.
So how you feel about things then, and Miss Ruby and all that?
I feel completely honoured and just so blessed to have a grandma that's 100, to have so much family around to support it and celebrate this amazing occasion.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Because at school, my children that I've just left, they're 7 and 8 years old. So all year we've been having a countdown to this momentous occasion. So I feel that they're here with me as well, which is really nice.
Yeah, so then you're coming here?
Oh yeah, I made a calendar at school, so we were counting down the days when I was coming on the plane.
Yes.
So, yeah.
So you have to take back some photographs.
Oh yeah, I've taken lots of pictures.
Anything anybody else wants to add?
Sharon.
Sharon, whose daughter are you?
I am Justice's daughter, but I was raised by my aunt. She's my aunt, but she's my mother because she raised me from a baby.
Yes?
Yes.
So what you remember about those raising days? You felt loved and protected?
Very much loved, yeah. There was a lot of love. All the family was always together. It was fun. It was nice. Parties. Her ma and Justice are the first children of Miss Ruby.
Yes.
And when they first came to the country together, I know that they all lived in the same house. But I was attached to my auntie, her ma, which like them times all the aunts and uncles, their children were everyone's children.
Extended family?
Extended family, yes. So when my father moved on, I stayed on with my auntie.
Where your father moved on? Why he moved on?
Because when they first came into London...
Yeah, from Jamaica?
From Jamaica, they stayed in one house, which was with my auntie, until when they saved enough money to buy their own place with my biological mother. Yeah, so they basically moved on, bought their own house together. Yeah.
And you didn't move on with them?
And I bonded with my auntie and I stayed with my auntie. But I have an older sister as well. I have 2 older sisters which she also had as well, but I stayed with my auntie. Yeah.
You loved your auntie, huh?
She's a world to me. She is the world to me. I love her to pieces, you know. She's my mother. The only thing she hasn't done was given birth to me.
What are you doing with yourself?
Sorry?
What are you doing with yourself?
What I do with myself, right? I am a hairdresser. You've mentioned John Barnes. I gave John Barnes his first curly perm.
Really?
I did back in 19-something.
Yeah. You had your own little shop or what?
I have my shop, yes.
And he came into your shop?
Well, at the time I was very young. I was an apprentice at the time.
Yeah.
And yeah, he came in to the shop where I was working. And yeah, I basically gave him his first curly perm, and I didn't know who he was because I wasn't interested in football. But when I cut his hair, all the other clients was picking his hair up off the floor, and I was like, why are you doing that? And they're saying, John Barnes, John Barnes. I'm like, yeah, and it's like, he's a footballer. So I'm like, yeah, and it's like, he's famous. I was like, but until when he left the salon, that's when it dawned on me that he was famous John Barnes, because I just have no interest in football at all whatsoever.
Yes, until that moment anyway.
Yeah.
Did you do Miss Ruby's hair too?
Back when she was in England, yeah, I used to cane roll her hair. She used to come and she'd say, Sharon, plait up my hair. And I remember those memories.
Who else?
Right, we've got Antiana.
What is it they want you to do for us?
They just want me to say a few words.
Yes.
I'm the daughter-in-law.
Uh-huh.
And I have 3 girls. George is my husband. And my recollection of my mother-in-law is that she was very, very supportive.
That's Miss Ruby?
That's correct.
Uh-huh.
And also my father-in-law, Masken. I will just echo what has been said about him. He was a lovely, lovely grandfather. Very, very caring for the grandchildren. For a big grown-up man, he would sit around and let them ride on his back and play with them. And that was the recollection of the grandchildren.
Yes.
And my memory of them.
Yes.
I don't think anyone has mentioned. They've mentioned our grater cake and our
patties,
but there's also peppermint.
Oh.
Peppermint blocks.
She used to make them with the stripes?
She used to make them. And she was a very generous. I think, if I'm going to be honest, that generation was a very generous generation. They weren't self-centered and greedy. What they had, they shared. And even, it doesn't matter how small it was. This is for this is for that, this is for that, this is for this person. And she would make sure, if it's 10 people, they're going to get their 10 pieces. So she was always like that. And when she immigrated back to the Caribbean here, she was living in Kingston, off Wynwood Road. And every year, she would make sure that the children would get their birthday cards, Christmas cards, and if someone was coming, she would make sure, take this for this grandchild, or take this for Hilda, take this for Vicky, take this for Anne, and that's how it was.
Yes. And what is your name, sir?
My name is Gary Wynter, the son of Hilda Wynter.
I hear you're the music man in the family.
Well, to be quite honest, all 3 of us are music lovers and collectors and DJs. And we do DJ on a radio station, a local radio station in England.
Who runs the radio station?
It's some friends of ours. They run an internet radio station called Deja Vu, and we're on there like once a week.
You are watching Hill and Gully Ride, brought to you by the Media Technology Institute, training the best.
Greetings one and all. My name is Sheldon Shepherd, and this is to get you certified. Certified at MTI, Media Technology Institute at the CPTC. Yeah, man, you can be all you can be. You can be all you want to be. Seen in areas of graphic arts, areas of media technology, areas of audio engineering, and my particular area, voice and speech. Seen? So come out, Arnold Road, CPTC, talk to people, pick up a brochure, seen, and get certified. Respect.
You are watching Hill and Gully Ride, brought to you by the Media Technology Institute, training the best.
We're on Hill and Gully Ride at License in St. Thomas, where members of Miss Ruby McFarlane's extended family are telling us about their life in London.
Some friends of ours, they run an internet radio station called Deja Vu, and we're on there like once a week.
And do your thing. Your brothers are here?
Yes, they are.
This year you could give me a sample of what you do. How you sign on the radio station?
Right, how we sign on? I'll say good evening. My name is the GW out of the Sabrina Sound, broadcasting live on the DejaVuFM.com. We have people that call in, email us, they send messages via Twitter, all different forms.
And you're on the air for how long?
Well, between 7 and 10 o'clock, my brother Dennis, he plays like R&B music.
What is that?
Rhythm and blues. Soul music, jazz. Straight after Dennis, me and Mark, we play new reggae music.
Yeah.
Jamaican and English music.
It's a number one. Keep Prince and 1000 for John. Where you say that?
Yes, I'm on there to defend the number one sound in the place.
What you mean? Well, Creed. Jabberance fancy. Company salsa. You know.
Stick by company sound. We're gonna stick by you. Stick by.
And this is what we do in England on the radio stations.
Let me hear more of it now.
Loves you and it's true.
This one happens to be a special request going out to my grandmother who turns 100.
Okay.
The full 100.
I said company son, put the stereo on. The culture, the bleed, you are the champion.
And I'd like to dedicate this one to all the people in Jamaica and London who's listening to this great show, the An Gully Ride.
I said the roots and reality, that in our blood. We love to hear the clarity, the company low.
And basically, that's what we do in England.
Right, this is DejaVuFM.com. My name's The Dirty Den. You're listening to The Good Company Show. Right, I'm going to play you something by a young man that goes by the name of Beer. The track is entitled Do or Die. Send a shout going out to Maxine Brown.
So what is your radio name again?
My DJ name is Dirty Den.
Which means what?
It means the cleanest DJ on the FM dial.
Okay.
Yeah?
All right.
Now people tend to wonder, ask me, why do they call you Dirty Den? It's because I'm a clean guy. Yeah?
Very good. Okay, nieces, tell us about it.
Hello.
Who are you?
I'm Latifa. I'm a great-granddaughter. I've come here to celebrate our great-grandma's 100th birthday.
Yeah.
I try to come to Jamaica as much as possible with my family to visit everyone here. The last time I saw my great-grandma was 2 years ago. So it's nice to come and spend time with her as much as I can. Living in London sometimes it's difficult, but we try our best, and it's always a good experience, and it's a great time to be with everyone.
Yes. What do you do, and how old are you?
I'm 24. I graduated 2 years ago as an interior architect. So I'm currently a graduate interior architect, and I work in